Alright, morning everyone. Oh, I'm using the phone today. I'm going to take the scooter out, just get some fresh air. Boys have just had a haircut, so they're looking pretty spiffy. Alfie, Alfie. Laying down, they've been in the cold house all morning, so laying down getting some warming up on the grass. But anyway, I'll rip the scooter out, and it just finished. Oh, not raining, but I just saw some drops on the window out the front. I don't know actually where it came from. Might have been these couple clouds, but they're not forecasting much. When they say rain, it doesn't really. It's like 2 minutes of drizzle, if that. It's just a passing shower. So probably wouldn't even have to stop scootering. You just put up with the drops for 2 minutes, and then it'll probably stop. But anyway, I'll get the scooter out. We'll give it a quick check over, and go from there. Okay, so we've got a full battery, but this scooter has been modified. I modified it, put an extra 10 amp hour, 12 amp hour battery on. I can't remember. So it goes like 75 kilometers range now. Same speed. I haven't touched the speed. It's the same voltage battery as what's in the deck there. So yeah, speed is not changed, and I haven't hacked it to go 32 or 35. It's locked at 25, plenty fast enough. If I want to go faster than that, I've got another scooter, does 100. Not interested. Never even had that one up to 100. But that is an illegal scooter, so I haven't ridden that in a long time. If you want to go fast, just get in your car. It's the brakes aren't up to it on this thing. It's literally got drum brakes at the front and a electronic brake in the motor at the back. And if you're going downhill doing 40, 50 on this, it doesn't stop. So it's fast enough for the brakes on this one. Just got some generic gloves and my helmet I always wear. I came off probably 3 years ago now, broke my elbow, and I had this helmet on. If I didn't have this helmet on, I would have had a broken jaw as well. So I've cleaned it up a bit, but you can kind of see the scrapes along the side there, and then heap on the back here. So yeah, if I didn't have this helmet on, I would have had a helmet on, but I might have had a. This was on my big scooter, the faster one, but I was only doing maybe 15 k's an hour when I came off. Yeah, so yeah, I always you need face protection, chin protection. A normal style bike helmet would have saved me here, but I would have been having teeth reconstruction, dental reconstruction if I didn't have this bit, for sure, because that copped the brunt of it. Pretty much landed on my head. So yeah, all good. So that's the setup. In here, nothing special. I've got a puncture repair kit, and that's it. They're not run flat tires, but they do have a goo kind of thing on the inside. Not a goo that runs around the tire like the stuff you put in. It's like a sticky, very thick sticky tape on the inside of the tire that doesn't move. So if something goes in and then comes out, the goo the sticky tape kind of fills the hole on its way out, and that's all it does. I didn't even check tire pressures. This thing holds tire pressure pretty good, probably because of that. So yeah, brakes are working, battery's charged. It's rock and roll. All right, hopefully this view is okay. It's just off my phone in the cradle, just tilted it a bit. Hopefully the audio is okay. Just using the new microphone, so we'll see how that goes. I might actually pull over pretty soon. I'll just get to the end of this road, or just a little bit further down the road here on a quiet bit, pull over, and just make sure this is recording okay and you can hear me. Hopefully the focus was having a bit of drama. I think it was trying to focus on the handlebars. Jesus, very quiet around here. Everyone must be asleep still. Yeah, so still no word. Like at the end of this road here, I'll show you. There's meant to be a big shopping centre starting up here soon, but still no word on that yet, as yet. right here, right at the end of that road there, where that white utes parked. And go all the way down to the main road will be nice. We got a letter in the mail about 2 years ago saying that it was all go. They've actually sunk all the power. Oh, there's another dude on a scooter. They sunk all the power and moved some street lights, sunk the power, sunk the water a bit more, so that they can put in a proper footpath at the front of it on the other main road. So they're gearing up for it. But from what I'm hearing and the grapevine on the internet, it's a private. Whoever owns that land it's a private. It's not public or government or anything like that. So it's kind of whenever he wants to do it, or they want to do it, whoever it is. So yeah, it's not. He or she, they, whatever. They're not going to be pressured into doing it. It's just whenever they feel like it's the right thing to do. I'll just pull up here. I'm going to double check this footage, make sure you guys can hear me and it looks okay before I go too much further. Otherwise, if it's no good, I'll just pull over every now and again. And well, probably when we get to, I'm going to go to Whiteman Park. I'm just going to get a coffee. So let me just pull up here, and yeah, that looks good to me, as far as I can tell on the phone anyway. I'm not going to record the whole journey because my phone will definitely not last all that time. Looks like they're putting in some more islands and speed humps down this road. Yeah, apparently it's a bit of a hoon paradise. Yeah, the cops have been out and they've just put some new, not this road, I'm on the road that I was just on. And they've put some massive speed humps in, and apparently it's causing damage to the cars that are going over it at a normal speed, at the speed limit, because yeah, they're too big, they're way too steep. I'll probably just get to the main road and then I'll switch off, and then I'll turn it back on as we're getting into Whiteman Park. I think there's really not a lot to see. If you've watched my previous videos, it's exactly the same thing. So yeah, there's not a lot to see along this busy road here. I was on Google Maps the other day trying to figure out like a new destination or a new way to go somewhere, and there just isn't any. The bike path, I'm pretty grateful for the bike paths that we do have. You can kind of go, I can go from my house to the city quite easily and not go on any roads at all. But yeah, it's that's your option. I think they kind of gear it all to get people into the city, in and out of the city. There's just yeah, well, I can go to the coast as well, or into the city. They're my really main two options. I can't go north and I can't really go east. East is just nothing there, and north there's no parts and there's nothing there. So all good. They've trimmed all these trees, which is good. They used to overgrow on this path a fair bit. I don't know, yeah. These trees on the right here, you can see they've hedge trimmed them or done something to them. So that's good. So the Zed's going pretty good. I drove it on the weekend a little bit. Actually no, I went to York on the weekend with a mate of mine. The guy that has a Corvette. So, you know, one time he drives, one time I drive. So, yeah. So, went up to York and sampled a pie from up there. It was all right. I think they'd only just... We were pretty early. We got there at 8 o'clock. We left here, but I picked him up at 7. So, yeah, we got there pretty early. And wasn't quite hot enough. It was almost there, but not quite. So, yeah, a little bit disappointing, but it was all right. Taste was there, just not hot enough. Yeah, so I did that. That was quite a bit. And then we came back a different way. A different mate of mine rang us up. We were almost in York, and he rang us up. He's right into his motorbike, so he knows all the nice roads that are really nice for motorbikes. And he said, "Oh, when you're way back, make sure you go down this road." He told us what it was, Talbot Road or something like that. So yeah, on the way back we kind of stretched it out and came back a different way, and nice windy road and not a lot of traffic, so you could open it up a bit. It was quite nice. Only came across one car, I think, the whole time. So that was nice. So yeah, that was Saturday, I think, and then Sunday just drove it for a quick one, but nothing special. But I haven't driven it all week, so yeah, I think I gave it a walk. Yeah, I did. Yeah, on Saturday. So when I got back from, or on the way back from York, I gave it. It was full of bugs at the front. Not as bad as it's been before. It wasn't too bad actually, but had a couple splatters. So I thought I'd stop in at the car wash and just rinse them off. And so yeah, got rid of them. And then it's kind of been threatening rain all week, so I haven't really taken it out. I'm a little bit over the stage of driving it just to drive it. I was kind of only doing that to break it in, to rack up the Ks on the break-in. It's all sweet now. It's got just over 4,000 Ks, so going to do another oil change on it at 5,000, another 800 Ks. Bought the oil because it's Black Friday, and yeah, thought I was all over Black Friday specials, but anyway, they had 10 litres of oil on special, so I ended up just getting 10 litres of it in one container, to a 10 litre container. Normally it would have been, I saved about $50, I think. So like it was $100 for 10 litres. Yeah, and then normally it's 150, I think, 149 or 148 or something like that. So yeah, saved a bit. I was only going to buy 5 litres because I do have another 5 litres at home, but they didn't have it. We were all sold out. It was limit 2 per customer and all that, but they had the 10 litres for the same $10 a litre kind of thing, so I thought I'd just get that. So all good there. I've got an oil filter already. It's the people call it a GTR filter. It's not really a GTR. It fits a GTR Skyline, but it's there's nothing special about it. It's exactly the same filter as the stock Z filter. It's just a little bit longer. Filter media and all that is the same. So being longer means it's got more filtration area, and you can put in like 100 or 200 mils more oil, which is nothing. People talk about it like it's some performance upgrade, and I thought I'd just try it, but then apparently it's the same filter that's on a Navara, which is like a four-wheel drive utility, so it's not anything special. It's just that it holds a little bit more oil and it's got a bit more filtration media, but I mean that's fine if you're going to stretch your car out to 10,000 K intervals, which is what they say, 10 or 16 or something. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that amount of Ks, so the small filter will be fine. I can get the small filter from the dealer here, but it is pretty expensive. It's like $30. Otherwise, I can get a K&N one, which I've used K&N on my Tirana for 20 years. I think I've had a K&N filter on there ever since I've had the car, pretty much. I don't have the Tirana anymore, but yeah, I've ran a K&N on that, never had a drama. So yeah, so that was. I just use them. They're easy to get. They're like $20, $15 on special. Sometimes you can get them. So yeah, so I'll service the car in 800 Ks. The GTR style filter will go on it, the bigger of the filter, only because that's what I have. And then after that, I'll just go back to the K&Ns. After that, when they're on special, I'll just buy 5 or 6 of them, and I won't have to worry about it for ages. Probably just do a service, an oil change once a year, and that's it. I ended up buying, so just after the last service, I ended up buying a 20, I think it's like 21 or 25 crush washers. So I've got 25 services. So if you service it once a year, I've got 25 years worth of crush washers. So we're all sweet there. So yeah, you should change the crush washer on the sump plug every time you do an oil change. So yeah, that's going to happen. So don't have to go looking or buying a crush washer every time you go for a service, or you want to change oil. And what else did I go? I got a magnetic drain sump plug bolt. So that way, if there is any metal floating around, it kind of gets stuck to that sump plug, and then when you take it out, you give it a nice clean, or you can, well, you're going to clean it, but yeah, at least you can inspect it and see if there's any big bits there. I don't think you're going to see little bits, but you might when you clean it and let it drip off the oil, and then wipe it over with your finger, and then you'll see it. You'll definitely see little speckles of metal, that's for sure. So yeah, that'll be good. So that's coming up soon. The I-20, my missus' car is about 2,000 or 1,500 k's away. She'll rack that up relatively quick. She uses it every day to go to work. So yeah, a few more weeks, gonna do that, and that is a oil filter and brake fluid it's due for. So what I did, I was telling my mate about my old school brake fluid one-man bleeder thing that doesn't work, that you connect to the compressor. He showed me the thing that he had, so I ended up getting one of them. So it's kind of works the other way. So instead of using compressed air to suck out the air from each caliper, and you have to go to the engine bay all the time to refill the reservoir. This one actually pressurizes the reservoir, so it comes with a screw-on cap to the brake fluid reservoir. You put your clean brake fluid in this thing that I've got coming in this. I'll put a screenshot up so you know kind of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think it's 2 litres or something like that. So you can, or 2 or 3 litres. Put your new stuff in this thing. Pressurize, screw it onto your brake fluid reservoir. Pressurize it. Pump it up to 28 psi, I think it says, something like that. And then you go to each caliper and what's the name? Crack the bleed nipple, wait for your new stuff to come through, tighten it back up, and done. That's one done. It's very fast. You don't have to. Yeah, it's much better, and you can't run out of brake fluid because you've got 2 litres of brake fluid in this thing that it's going to just completely change. I think what you want to, I'll probably still use my old one because that works well for sucking the sump dry. So I'll probably still use that to suck the reservoir almost dry, if you know what I mean. You want to leave a tiny little bit of the old stuff at the bottom and then pour the new stuff in. That way you've got less to flush through the lines, because you might take 200 or 300 mil out of the reservoir before you even crack a bleed nipple. So it's just less that you have to bleed through. Olden day cars, anything really with ABS, I'm under the assumption that you don't have to start from the back. So you should start from the tyre that's furthest away from the brake reservoir, because that has the longest line, so you bleed it. So for Australia, the reservoir's on the right hand side where the driver's side is. So you start from the back left, then the back right, then the front left, and then the front right. Really anything with ABS, you don't really have to do that, because each wheel has its own line from the front anyway. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because that's how an ABS system, it controls. Maybe the old school ABS systems control front and rear, but anything with traction control and yaw control and all that would have to control all 4 corners separately. So you can tell if you open up your engine bay, there'll be a block and it'll have connected to the reservoir, and then you'll see a block and then 4 lines coming out of it, and that's a line for each corner of the car. So I'm pretty sure you don't have to start from the furthest and work your way to the closest. I still do it, but yeah, you don't. I don't think you have to, but yeah, that's from what I'm hearing anyway. But I'll still do it anyway, but all good. And I've got those quick jacks now, so doing stuff like that is so much easier. I can't believe it. It's I've only used them a couple times, but yeah, it is so much easier just to, because normally for doing an oil change, I'd only jack the front up, and then don't indicate or anything, mate. Yeah, so normally I'll blank that out because YouTube might not like what I just said to that guy. What's the name? What was I talking about? Yeah, so normally I'd only jack the front up or run the front up on stands and or on ramps that I used to have, and that's all cool for doing an oil change. Although the car is not level, so your oil runs to the back of the sump, depending on the design of your sump, of course. But so it's not ideal because of the angle that it's on, but it's the best I was going to do for home stuff. But then coming to do brake fluid, which is something you should be doing at least every 2 years. I had the last fluid I just took out of the Commodore was not even 2 years. It would have been 2 years old in March coming up, so in another 3 months. And it was shot. It was brown. It was really bad. I had to go through about 2 litres of fluid to flush it out. So yeah, not ideal. They reckon, and my car's inside. My car's probably. I sold the Torana, so I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, it would have. Hang on, I can't even remember now. No, so the Torana would have been inside. Geez, I can't even remember now which car was. I think it was my missus's car was inside and my car was outside. I can't remember now, but yeah, it's been inside for the best part of that time. So yeah, at least a year it's been inside. Like not out in the elements or anything like that. And I don't drive it a lot, but that might be the thing that that kills it, because you're not driving it; it's just sitting there. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not going to leave it that long. Year or year and a half. I'll be changing the brake fluid, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so that's something. I've got 3 cars, so yeah, that's something that's going to happen at least 3 times or twice a year. So yeah, you kind of want to be on top of it, and that's what I'm saying with these quick jacks. It's just so much. It's easier than running the car up a ramp and trying to figure out, oh yeah, I'll get out now and just adjust the width, and that ramp slipped, and watch out, Mrs. Can you come and watch the car? And she's freaking out. Oh, I think it's going to slip. By the time I've gone and asked her for help, and she's kind of, you know, not dropped what she's doing and takes her time and then comes and watch me. With these quick jacks, I could have had the car up in the air and the oil already draining. It really is that fast. It's yeah, pretty good. You literally just put them under the sides. I kind of know where to position them now, so it's even getting even quicker. But yeah, you just position them under the sides, try and find where your pinch weld marks are to jack the car up from. That's where you put your rubber blocks, and just send it. I mean, my Z is those quick jacks go down to 75 mil at their lowest, and I think my car's like 100 mil, so there's literally like a 20 mil gap. So you can just position them, put the blocks there, and just hit it and go up she goes. There's no need to like put it halfway up and then check it, and because there is only really a 20 mil gap. You can't be that far out over 20 mils. So yeah, the Commodore, I think I checked, there was a bit more of a gap because it's a bit higher of a car, so I did check that, and yeah, no worries. And the Commodore was up on the blocks for probably, I put it up about 7:30 in the morning, and then it came down about 2:30 in the afternoon. So it was on the blocks, the rubber blocks, the whole time. And yeah, it didn't break the blocks. Like the pinch weld didn't cut into the block or anything. It was just nice and solid. So yeah, it worked out well. But yeah, I wish I got them a lot sooner. If I'd had them when I was doing the Torana, I would have got a lot more use out of them. Would have been a lot easier and a lot safer. Not that we ever dropped the car or anything like that, but some of the sketchy stuff we were doing. And you know, you jack the car up, and then like you wouldn't be able to put the door down, the roller door, like you thought you would have finished the job in a day, and you know, the door's up while you're working on it, and then it's like you didn't finish it. So actually, we'll go this way because the remote control aeroplanes might be there today. Yeah, so you'd have to let the car down, and the Torana was a bit funny. I had to do it in stages, so you'd have to jack it up a little bit and then put some things under it, but you couldn't go all the way up in one hit. So yeah, so it'd go, oh look, we're not finished this job now, and we got to bring the door down because it's, you know, getting dark or whatever. Can't leave the door up all night. So you'd have to let the car down with the job not finished, and then have to you know, roll it forward or whatever, and then put the door down, and then next weekend when the oil main comes over, we've got to jack it up again, take 15 minutes to jack it up. So yeah, it would have been a lot easier with these things, because it's literally a 2-minute job, if that. It doesn't take long at all. So, but anyway, that's all good. I might just stop here, because I'm sure you guys had enough of me babbling on about cars. But anyway, yeah, that's the next stuff anyway. I'll probably film, now that I kind of know what I'm doing with the oil change, because the last one I filmed, that was the first one I've ever done on the Z, and I didn't have the quick jack, so I'll probably film this next one, and then I won't film them after that, because they're all the same. They're pretty easy, nothing special, unless something changes. I'm trying to, so I've got the oil, I've got everything ready to go, except for the little sample pot to send away to Newlon to get an oil analysis done. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, it had 3% fuel in the oil after 2,500 kilometres. I'm kind of hoping, wishing, crossing my fingers and everything that was due to the crappy oil that they had in there, the 0W20. I've gone to a 040 now. That's what's in there at the moment, so I'm hoping that's going to fix that problem. Thicken up the oil, give it a bit more protection between the cylinder bore and the ring, and fuel doesn't seep through. I'm kind of think my old man had the theory too that because the car got built in March, I didn't get it till September, so the thing would have been sitting around for a long time on the docks. Don't know what weather they had in Japan at that time, not sure. Also, it might have been left idling for a while as well, which is not ideal for a brand new car. But anyway, it's not ideal for any car. But that's another way to get fuel in your oil, is by letting them idle. Apparently, cop cars and stuff like that, ambulances and stuff, have that problem a fair bit because they're left idling for a long periods of time. So yeah, it could have been from that as well. So I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully putting that thicker oil in may have fixed that problem. And I don't leave it idling. I idle it to warm it up, and that's it. I've currently gone to a 530 now, only because Newlon's 540 is not an SP rated oil. It's an SN at best. SN is the previous version. SP is the latest. SN's the one previous. Still good enough, because that's what is recommended in the book. See, I haven't even pulled over to stop the video, but anyway, if it's not, I'll put some timestamps just in text. If you don't want to listen to any of this rubbish, just I'll tell you when we get to the remote control planes or something. We're almost there now anyway. But yeah, so their 5W30 is a Dexos rated oil, which is what GM recommend. It's SP, and it's a G6EA or G6-A, which is like the better of the ones that are out now. The only reason I went to that is because my car is a direct injection, and apparently they have dramas with fouling up certain things in the heads. So I'm not talking after 20,000 Ks or anything, I'm talking long term. I've got no intention of selling this car, so I kind of want to look after it. Oh, the gate's closed. Okay, well, I'm not lifting it up. We'll go this way. So no one's there, that means. Yeah, I've got no intention of selling cars, so I really want to look after it. And apparently the Dexos SP rated oil is better for direct injection turbo cars. So that's the one I've gone to. It's not as thick as I'd like, being a 530 rather than the 540, but I don't think it's really going to make a difference. It's not like I'm racing the car or anything like that. And going from a 020 to a 540, that's quite a big jump as well. So I think the 530 is probably better as well. And doing it 530 means that I can run this oil in all three of my cars. They'll take all the same oil. It's probably overkill for the i20 being this expensive oil. Geez, they lock it up. I just want to go in there. There's a lot of cars here. I didn't realise it was this busy. This is like a youth camp thing, but I can't see a way to get in there. I've never actually been here. It's pretty cool. Oh, well, there's nothing I can do here. I'm going to have to go all the way back, or this scooter's pretty light. I'll see if I can lift it over the fence. Not here. Actually, I can probably do it here. This is probably the better place to do it. Hang on a sec, I'm going for a ride. And there we go. That was easy. Yeah, but saying that, this Newlon Apex Plus stuff that I've been putting in the Z, and I'm going to put in all 3 of the cars now, if you get it on special like I did the other day, there's not many other oils that cost $10 a litre. It's pretty competitive on price, so I think I'm just going to stick with that. Penrite's probably the next one, but it's like off special, it's the same price as Newlon. On special, it's even not as good. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep with that. I've been watching the Motor Oil Geek on YouTube. I've almost watched all his videos actually. Very interesting guy, knows heaps about oil. I think he used to be a chemist for him, whatever. But he kind of said it really doesn't matter on the brand. Like he even tested the Costco or the Walmart oil, full synthetic, and he's like, you know, it's fine for 90% of your cars. Like, you're not going to put it in a racing car, but it's fine for every other car. Like he's done, you know, testing over thousands of miles on it as well. So yeah, he said there's only like 3 companies that actually make oil, and like Valvoline don't make the oil, they just make the additive pack that goes into it. So there's, yeah, all these oil companies just buy the oil from one of these 3 companies, and most of them buy the additive pack from another company as well. So yeah, he said that, you know, there's not a lot of difference. I've heard Gulf Western, I don't know if that's anywhere else in the world, but yeah, apparently Gulf Western, I don't know if it's a rumour, whatever, but apparently they filter old engine oil and then bring it back to life. But if you look at their prices, you might as well just buy better oil. So that's probably about the only one I wouldn't put in a car. It'd probably be alright for the i20, saying that, but yeah, you're just not getting the benefit of the cost saving at all using that kind of stuff. But yeah, from what he was saying, they're all the same. So yeah, just send it and do whatever. So I kind of, that's when he said that on one of his videos, I just went with Newlon due to the fact it's easy to get. I can get it from, let's say, a 15-minute circle from my house. I can buy it from probably 6 or 7 different shops. Out of those 6 or 7 different shops, they all just circulate having it on special. So pretty much whenever I think about it, within a week or 2, it's going to be on special at one of those shops. Christmas, Easter, Black Friday, they're all on special at all shops. So all good there. So yeah, easy to get. And the main factor is you can buy it in 5, 6 and 7, well 5, 6, 7 and 10 litre containers. So yeah, really good. So it depends how many cars you got coming up for a service. Like I got the Z in 800Ks and the i20 in about 1500. So that's why I bought the 10 litres, because that should almost pretty much do both cars. The Z takes 6. I think last time I did an oil change, well the first oil change I ever did on it and sucked out the sump, it took 6 litres. So that gives me 4 litres left over to do the i20, and I'm pretty sure that only takes 3.5 litres, so spot on there. The Commodore takes just over 6, so you buy a 7 litre container, or you'll have some left over in the 10 litre jug. You see how much you got left over, and you know, you might have 2 litres left over in that jug, so you just, when you do the Commodore, rather than having to go buy the 7 litre jug, you go and buy the 5 litre one and then just top it up with the stuff you got over there. So yeah, all good there. I always like to keep the filters at home, and kind of that way when you planning on doing something, you don't have to run to the shop and buy it when it's not on special. So yeah, I've got a box, like a big tub for every car. Each car's got its own tub, and I just, whenever I come across something on special, oil filters, whatever, I just go and buy 3 of them, whatever, and chuck them in the tub, and then off you go. Easy to do. It's very easy to do. There's like almost no chance of failure if you've never done it before. Apart from, and I've done it once when I was actually on work experience. I was about 16 years old. I went to a mechanics workshop, and I left the so I took the filter off, but I didn't check that the rubber gasket came off as well. And when I put the new filter on, there was 2 rubber there was the old one and the new one. And as soon as I started it up, you know, the 2 rubber gaskets can't hold the pressure, and it just spurted out everywhere. So that's one trap. Second thing is always oil. You don't have to put a lot, but always put a little bit of oil, whether it's clean or dirty oil, on the what's the name? On the same gasket of the new one before you screw it on, because if you do it dry, it can grip and it can like bunch up as you tighten the thing up. So you don't want to do that, because that leaves gaps. You're going to get oil everywhere. Most things you're going to notice straight away. It's not going to damage the engine. You're going to notice a big puddle of oil on the ground. But yeah, that's about the main ones. Not over tightening your sump plug is another one. That's one that you got to look out for, because if you strip it, that's a bad day for everybody. We'll go this way. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to it. Yeah, the hardest bit is getting the car up in the air. Really, that's the bit that's going to hurt you. That's the most frustrating and takes the most amount of time if you don't have the right gear. But yeah, that's the hardest bit, and I reckon that's why a lot of people don't do it, is because it's just too hard. But yeah, if you're never going to play with your brakes or anything like that, or tyres, then simple ramps to run the car up and do it yourself. That's probably the safest way to do it, even though there is still a bit of a risk involved that the ramps slip. But if you can kind of do stuff to stop the ramps from slipping, that's probably going to be your safest bet, because the car never leaves the ground technically, because it goes from the ground to the ramp. So and those ramps aren't going to fail. But anyway, I think I'll get a coffee from this cafe. It's definitely going to be open today. Just because the other one's a bit hit and miss. They're not bad most of the time. School kids here. Just take it easy. Anyway, I'll switch off now, and definitely hanging out for a coffee. It's a bit late for them. We'll just park up here. All right, I'll take it easy through here. There's a few people, there's a lot of kids running around as well. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to have scooters here. I've seen people before, but one time me and my mates came through here on our faster ones, and actually got into a chase with one of the guys on a side-by-side kind of thing, but it was like a golf buggy. It couldn't keep up with us, and he tried pulling us up, tried to talk to us or whatever, and yeah, we weren't going to hang around for that, so we bumped him up to 5th gear and off we went, and yeah, left him. But it was pretty funny. Like there was 2 old ladies on electric bikes doing probably 40k an hour in front of us. Didn't say anything to them. There was a kid riding just a normal non-electric bike, but he was doing probably 30, like right on the train line as well. This train line here that I'm talking about, not to my left. So yeah, didn't say anything to him. And then the 4 of us rocked up doing like 12k's an hour or 10k's an hour, if that. And he came over for us. So yeah, we're not normally. Well, we don't do stupid things, especially here where there's kids and dogs and stuff running around. But yeah, because we got the centres, so we can all talk to each other. And we even made a comment. We said, look at these 2 old grannies just speeding up, you know, like there's kids running around everywhere. And the guy that came to talk to us was pretty funny. He was in this golf buggy thing that does probably 20k an hour, and he was just ripping across the grass where there was people having picnics and there was, you know, kids running around everywhere. And yeah, he thought it was cool for him to come and rip across the grass where anyone could have really stepped out really in front of him. Now just make sure my microphone's all good. Yeah, anyone could have really stepped out in front of him while he's trying to get to us doing like 10k an hour on a bike path. So yeah, a bit funny. I don't know how much more I'm going to record because I just see my phone's down to 26% battery. So it's eating the battery doing this recording. So probably just as we're getting out of Whiteman Park, I'll call it and we'll just pick it up at home just to sign off, but all good. So I'm halfway through making, I might actually release this video because this really doesn't tie into anything apart from what I'm talking about. I'm trying to make a little corner little shelf out of some nice wood, like a live edge kind of thing, but I'm trying to find some live edge wood that's not too thick. I don't really care what kind of wood it is as long as it looks nice. 90 degree on the back sides and live edge across the diagonally across the front. 2 tiers, very small, only probably about 300 mil across the front on the bottom shelf and 200 mil across the front on the top shelf. It's mainly just, well, it's really just to store my, I've got a couple of bottles of aftershave. Not really, I was never really into it, and I do explain it in the video, but it's just too expensive for me. I can't see the value in it. I mean, it smells nice and everything, but anyway, my mate I used to work with, or no, my mate that I do work with now, but he left not long ago actually, so yeah, kind of used to work with him. He put me on to Sauvage and a YSL one, and he was wearing them one day. I just went, oh, that's killer, what's that smell? And he told me about it, and then he said, you know, they're on special at the moment because it's Christmas time. This was like 2 years ago. And I said, oh yeah, I might jump on that, that's pretty cool, that's nice. Previous to that, it was really just deodorant and like some cheapy Adidas deodorant that I got for Christmas 15 years ago. So yeah, not really into it, but anyway. So anyway, splashed out. I thought, well, this is going to last a while, because even he said, he goes, you know, you literally put one spray on and it lasts for hours, you know, like the whole day. You don't use a lot because it's really good quality stuff. So yeah, got that. It was on special. Both bottles I got for about $300, I think. Both bottles, both 100 mil. I'm pretty sure they were both 100 mil. Anyway, pretty expensive, and I thought, you know, it's a one-off thing. I'll never do it again. It's going to last me for years. I'll be over it by that time, whatever. Anyway, I finished my YSL one a while ago. My Dior's almost finished. The Sauvage is almost done as well. And oh, she got the fright of her life. Where do I go from here? That's a bit rude. I think I fell for this trick last time I was here. We'll just go this way. Yeah, there's no trains, mate. So I thought, well, I'm ready to spend again. You know, I did like them, so I'll probably get them again. And then my brother-in-law actually told me about this place that sells cheaper versions. They're like a knockoff copy kind of thing, and he said, but they're pretty good. Like, the guy that does them must be spot on with it. So anyway, I won't say the whole story because you can watch it in the video that's going to come up. So I said, oh well, I'll get onto these ones. I'll give it a shot at least, you know. It's literally instead of almost $300 for the Sauvage when it's not on special, this stuff's $65, I think it is, for 100 mils as well. So I got that one. My YSL one that I like, I can't even remember what it's called, that wasn't in stock, so couldn't do anything with that. It's out of stock at the moment, so I can't remember. I got the Sauvage, and I got this other one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a tobacco flavour with different things. It's actually quite nice. It sounds like it shouldn't smell nice, but it does. And yeah, really, really good, very long lasting, nice smell. And the Sauvage is, you can barely tell the difference. I don't think the cheaper one is actually stronger. So you really need like half the amount of the real one. But yeah, smells really nice. Smells exactly the same pretty much. So yeah, I need a nice way of not displaying them, because no one's ever going to see them. No one goes into my bathroom. That's where it's going to be. But just somewhere nice to put them. I reckon some live edge wood shelf, I reckon would look quite nice. And to make the spacer, I was going to make it out of wood, but I think it'd look funny making it out of live edge wood on the side to make the riser for the second shelf. So I thought what I'll do is I'll get some like brass or copper rod and use that. And I reckon, you know, like a dark wood with a copper or brass rod holding it up. It's only going to go up about 160, 170 mil. It's not very big. So, and you won't see the back one. You'll only ever see the two front ones. So I went to Bunnings yesterday looking around for things. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to get, because if you actually just try and buy some brass rod, it's actually quite expensive. And I wasn't fussed if it was like real brass, as long as it looks like brass or copper. Yeah, I wasn't too fussed about that, as long as it's got that nice richy colour. So I was looking at door handles, you know, that I could cut up and use a bit, but they were like $20 a pop, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend like $60. So yeah, I want to kind of make the whole thing for about that, including the wood and everything. So yeah. So then I ended up going, I had to get some zip ties from the electrical section there. And on the side of the thing, there was a copper, yeah, I think it was copper coated, it galvanized steel, so it won't rust, but then it's copper coated, so it looks like copper, earthing rod for a house. It was like 1.3 or 1.4 meters, something like that. And it was like $14. I was like, done, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. So I'll just cut that up. And yeah, use that as the risers for the second shelf. It'll look nice. It's already got scratches and, you know, a bit of imperfections in it, so it'll look like a bit of a rustic to match the wood, because the wood's not perfect. It's going to be all live edge on one edge, so yeah, that should look nice. But finding the wood is the hardest bit. I thought, but yeah, like if you want to pay through the nose, it's easy to get. I could have got it yesterday, but I'm trying to find someone that does offcuts. I found one guy not far from me. Said that he sold them all, so yeah, didn't bother with that. Found another guy, but he works FIFO, so he works up north on a mine, must do. He's not back until the 14th of December. It's like the 2nd of December now. So yeah, I would wait that long. I'm in no rush to make it, but I'm just trying to see what else I can do. Then I came across another guy called Ugly Duckling Timber, and he is a good hour, probably a bit more, away from me to the north. He's kind of 2 rocks and then east. Yeah, about 45 to an hour, I don't know. So I just messaged him now while I was having that coffee, and he said, yeah, he'll be there on Saturday between 9 and 1, but just make sure with him on Friday, he'll know what he's doing Saturday. So yeah, all good. And instead of just buying enough wood just to make this little thing, I'm actually going to buy a big slab of it, about 1.5 meters, 1.5, 1.6 meters by about 300 if I can. And what I'm going to do is I'll put in a picture, but we've got a little table near our front door, which has got decent metal black legs on it. So I'm going to keep them. I'm going to unscrew the top that's on there, because it's literally MDF with a printed old rustic look wood top on it. So I'm going to unscrew that. That can go in the bin, and I'll use the rest of the wood. I'm probably shouting now because it's windy, but I reckon my microphone, it works really well in the wind. Yeah, I'm going to convert the tabletop to this stuff. I think it's just easier to buy a bit more rather than, yeah, no one, because when I was saying, you know, I only want 0.5 meter to make this little shelf, everyone just kind of ignored me. But if you try and buy a big slab, they'll probably talk to you a bit more. So yeah, anyway, that's the long and the short of it. So yeah, we should, hopefully Saturday, we'll end up with some nice wood to do both little projects from that. The table won't take long. Apparently this guy comes sanded, ready to finish how you want to finish it. He'll finish it for you at an extra cost, but I'll just get it raw, and then I'll finish it myself. I want to try and use a wax, not an oil. I want to try and make it like a really silky matte finish look. So yeah, I want to try and do that. That'll be good. But anyway, we're almost. Yeah. So really, that's all that's really coming up. It's not going to be too exciting in the next few weeks, but really anything could happen. I just got off the phone with my old man. We're going to go in the Z. He, when I first got the Z, they went on a holiday like the weekend after. So he's only been in it a quick 10, 15. Oh no, actually we went to Fremantle. So he's probably only been in it for an hour or so, and hasn't been in it since. So they've only just gotten back from their holiday. They went like two and a bit months or something like that. So yeah, so he hasn't really been in it. So I told him on the weekend. I caught up with him on the weekend, and I said, if you want to go for a drive up to Bindoon and get a pie, that's probably the better pie. That's a nice drive kind of thing. So he said, I'll get back to you. Actually, we'll stop here. That's actually a movie studio over there. I'll see if I can zoom in on it. Oh, there's some kangaroos chilling out under the tree. I'll zoom in. Oh wow. Oh, that's the indicator. There's a ruse, and then the movie theatre they're just making. I'm kind of lifting my whole scooter up, rather than take the phone off. But anyway, yeah, they're making a movie studio over there. It's coming along pretty quickly. I don't know what the point of it is. We'll see. We'll see who's going to use it, but really, yeah, I don't think Hollywood blockbusters are going to be coming here. I'll put it that way. Better put that zoom back. Otherwise, you guys are just going to be looking at the footpath for the rest of the journey. These gloves should work. Oh, there we go. Yep. I was going to say they should work through my phone. Oh, what's going on here? Off we go. So yeah, he's coming over on Saturday. We'll jump in the Z and go up to Bindoon, and we'll go the nice way. I found a nice road that's quite. Actually, me and the missus did it during winter, and it was really nice. It was like fog and really nice green grass everywhere, and yeah, really, really good. It was like a Windows desktop picture. It was, yeah, quite nice. But then me and my mate did it. Oh no, we did it when my missus came with me as well. We went to 2J a couple of weekends ago. We did the same road, and yeah, it's pretty like yellow now. Everything's. It's amazing how quickly it changed in a month because we haven't had a lot of rain, and yeah, it's just really it's just gone big time to yellow. Hardly any green. So yeah, it's not as nice to look at, but it's still a nice road to drive on. So all good. I might pull up here. I can't really say much more. I'm sure I'll try and put some timestamps in just to so you don't have to listen to me babble on about oil changes for. I'm pretty sure that was half an hour. That's pretty bad. Sorry about that. But I pretty much talk so I can think at the same time, and then I've kind of mapped it out in my head as I'm talking about it to you guys. A little bit of therapy, I suppose you could call it. But yeah. Works quite well because then you come up, you felt like you've said it, so that's what you need to do, and takes all the decision making out of it because you've already said it, and that's what's going to happen. But anyway, it hasn't. I've made I'm pretty sure that video's up. I made a little air deflector for the big aircon at the side of our house. Hasn't even been hot enough to really try it out. We've had it on a couple days. But yeah, the thing just ticks over. The unit's so big that it like idles, and it's good enough on like a 30-degree day. It's good enough. So it hasn't. Yeah, once we start hitting 35 and 37, which I think we're getting this weekend, that's kind of when you need to check it. It was a hot day when the guy came over when he showed me, but he had the aircon on 16, so that way he could pump it and make it work hard. But I don't really never ever run it that low, so yeah, I could do it just to check it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work, so no rush. I'll just wait for a hot day and then go and have a feel and see what it's like. Yeah, I think that's it. I've got a power bank with me, so I might actually just I can't charge the phone and have this microphone running at the same time because it shares the same port, so I might just bung in the charger while I'm riding home now, because it's about or it's half an hour from my place to inside. So yeah, probably about 25 minutes or so away from home. So it'll give it a bit of a charge. And I'll see you when we get back at home. Okay. Back again. Only used 1 bar of battery. And I was sitting on 25 the whole way there, the whole way back. So pretty good. It's got 5 bars. Only used 1 bar. So I think from memory it's about 30 kilometres there and back with a bit of running around. So that can't be right, because 3 times 5, there's no way that'll do that amount of kilometres. But because it's the first bar, it probably lasts a bit longer than the previous ones. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's about 30 kilometres. It's, yeah, 1 bar. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, only lost 1 bar, and the 4th one's not even flashing, so pretty good. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that it's 30 times 3, 6. No way, no. It'll only do about 75 k's all up. So anyway, all good. So it'll burn through those other ones pretty quick. That's it. Hopefully this works out all right. I don't know if it's too loud. I can always turn it down. All good. Here they go. They're all nice and shiny now because I've had their, well, especially him, he gets really shiny after a haircut. Dexter doesn't. But you moved again, didn't you, mate? And I've got your ear. Has it stopped bleeding? Let's have a look. Let me look. Yeah. It looks way worse than what it is. It's an ear. Leave him off. Alfie, yeah. Leave. Yeah, you just nicked him and heaps of blood came out for like 5 minutes. But anyway, all good. Not much we can do about that, mate. You just won't sit there, will ya? He just loves it. He thinks he's at a day spa. Just does not move the whole time. You can get the clippers right near his eyes. He just closes his eyes and goes, "Yep, you do what you need to do, mate." He just puts up a fight. The little one just hates it. He's all right on his body, but his ears, he just cannot. That's why look at his beard. Looks like he's he just doesn't anything on his face. He hates it. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna put all this away. And that can sit now till we use it again. By the sounds of it, we won't be using it on the weekend because I'm going to go for a drive on Saturday, unless I use it Sunday. We'll see how we go, but yeah, not sure. Anyway, cheers for watching and catch you guys later.